Hello, my name is William Patrick Butler, and I'm a local Jackson, Mississippi photographer.
Tell us about your artwork.
Well, it varies. Whenever I shoot commercial work, like for the Jackson Free Press or for Boom Jackson, I tend to shoot with a Pentax K 100D DSLR. But whenever I tend to shoot my artwork, like when up here at One Blue Ball Gallery, I tend to use film cameras and I tend to shoot in black and white.
What's your favorite work up here?
That's a tough question. That's when every artist is like, oh no, not the favorite one. But my favorite is actually the one of Mary up there in the top middle. That's my friend Mary from MCA, the Memphis College of Art. And it was late one night, and as per usual, because we were art students, no one had their assignments ready or done or shot. So, but we had this rule of that if we could help out each other on the assignment, we would help out each other. So Mary and my friend Brad helped me out, but Brad isn't in the shot, but he was there too. But the one I shot of Mary that night is the one I really like. Most people I found tend to really like this one of my friend Alicia, who's also the mother of my goddaughters.
What was the first image you ever created? That you remember creating?
Ooh. Actually, I remember it was my first semester at MCA back in 1997, the fall semester, and I was just walking out of my intro to photography class, and it was me and some of my friends at the time, and we're walking out into the parking lot, and just on the whim I shot an image of my three friends as they were getting in their cars or as they were walking away, and that was the first image on the first roll I ever shot in school. And I still remember going into the dark room and doing the prints. And that's pretty much when I knew I was a photographer, because I had gone to MCA to be a major in illustration, and I took photography as just a way to get more hours to be a full-time student. But after that first semester, I was like, illustration, whatever. I'm a photographer.
Excellent. Who are some of your influences?
Okay, well, I guess that kind of, it's a two-part answer. The famous people that you may know were Annie Leibovitz, her early work, and Gordon Parks. His work for Life magazine is really, really good, and Annie's work, her early stuff when she was working for Rolling Stone, still is really inspires me to this day.
Do you have any advice or words of wisdom that might inspire other artists?
Well, since I'm still learning myself, I'm not quite sure what words of wisdom I can give besides just, if you love it and you want to do it, you have to do it. And that may mean being broke for a large amount of time, but things tend to work out if you really want to work at it and go for it. So I say just, like to say with Nike, just do it.
Okay, where did you grow up?
I was born and raised in Jackson, Mississippi. I moved to Memphis in '97 to go to MCA, and so that must have been when I was 20, and then I moved back home in 2004.
Has your family supported your artwork?
They have, which is a good thing, because back when I was in art school, if you're an art student, if you're in college, odds are you're broke. If you're in art school, an art student in college, you're really broke. So my mom and dad helped buy my film, but the agreement was if I went to school, they would help support me, and they really have. So yes, they have. That's the short answer to the question.
Awesome. And what about your sister?
Yes, actually, she's the one that bought me these frames because these frames were only at IKEA, and there's no IKEA in Jackson. It's only in Atlanta. And back when she was living in Atlanta, and I was trying to get the show ready, she was like, because I found the frames online, but they were like in store only, so I couldn't buy it online. So I had her buy it for me in Atlanta, and then she actually drove them down to me, which is no small thing.
Wow.
So yes, my family has always been there for me, which is always nice.
Well, since you grew up in Jackson, how do you think being an artist in Mississippi differs from other locations?
Well, I guess I've only been an artist in 2 cities, Jackson and Memphis, and both cities have a strong art scene thanks to MCA in Memphis and the general feel of Jackson is it's a very art-friendly community. One thing I like about Jackson is, even though all the artists want to be the best, we're not cutthroat. We help each other out when we need help because we all want everyone to do well, because if you do well, that means the art scene does well. That means I could do well in the future. So I really like that. I'm not quite sure you could get that in like New York or LA because they seem to be a whole lot more cutthroat. But
do you feel like Mississippi culture is reflected in your artwork?
yes, like I have this online blog called Scenes Around Jackson, which I update every week, and I try to shoot in a new place around Jackson or around the Jackson area, and I think that reflects more than my general art does right now, because some of the pictures up here were taken when I was on my road trip back in 2007 when I drove around America and shot some of these. So some are in Jackson, like my friend Alicia and my friend Sarah Mack. Some are in Memphis, like my friend Cody up there in the upper left, are married. And these 2 I shot in Texas.
If you could change anything about the art scene in Jackson, what would you change about it? Or would you change anything at all?
I actually wouldn't. I kind of like where we are right now.
What do you want your artwork to do? What effect or impact on the world do you want it to have?
I guess I just want to make art that matters, because what you leave behind is pretty much what people know of you. So whether that's art or writing or being in movies or being an athlete, that matters. So it's kind of like a small piece of immortality. But I guess I just want people to enjoy it, whether or not they enjoy it for whether they enjoy it because of a reason I enjoy it for, or if they enjoy it for a reason they enjoy it for, just to enjoy it.
Just describe a general day in your life involving your photography.
I guess that kind of varies too, because I'm a freelance photographer. So if I don't have any commercial work lined up, it's pretty much me in front of the computer trying to get done with work I've already shot before, or I'm in my bathroom / dark room trying to get some other roles developed. But this week I'm actually shooting a jewelry catalog for this guy's new company and website, so I'll be busy doing that for the rest of this week.
That's pretty much it.
Okay. Can you give us your website address? Because we want people to be able to go online and find you.
Why, yes I can. I actually have 2 websites. The main website is www.williampatrickbutler.com, and my photo blog, which I update every week, is called Scenes Around Jackson, and that's scenesaroundjackson.wordpress.com.